welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
Sounds like you're getting a bit emotional there at the slight change of pace in our intro.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Or is it fear?
Oh.
Because this episode is releasing on Halloween.
Oh my God, Cambo. The big spook, as I like to call it.
Imagine if I left a bit of a pause after Halloween, hoping that as someone listens to this, just a little thundercrack happened right there.
Oh, if Thundercracked happened at that exact point, right in.
Yep, right in. If you can prove it, is there a fuckhead podcast? Is there a ship in it for you?
Oh.
You need to prove it, though.
You need to prove it. Yeah. And we will do rigorous sound testing to make sure that you haven't edited something in. Yes, this Halloween episode will be perhaps even too scary.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Certainly for us, the idea of recording it at all.
Yeah.
Not because of Halloween, because of lack of interest.
Yeah. You will have to search for the Halloween theme parts.
That's what makes it fun.
Of it. Yeah, often we do that. Yeah. Have a theme, and then like you as a listener, it's a bit of a fun game.
Yeah.
Hey, how does this relate to Halloween? Yeah. That's not for us to answer. That's for you to answer. One of them might be easier than literally every other post. So.
It's my favorite thing is when an auteur filmmaker sometimes, recently Alex Garland with the movie Men, so people will be like, what the hell was that ending? And he's like, well, that's up to you.
Yeah.
I love it.
I
love when they're like, you tell me what it is.
Yeah. If that's your
that's not for me to tell you. But he was probably filming it going, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Oh my God, Cambo, that just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
I'm angry. Oh, I'm angry. I just remembered that I was angry.
And should the people you're angry at be scared?
Oh, yes. Cambo, stop giving it to the listeners. They need to work this out themselves. Okay, a few weeks ago, I said, hey, Cambo, She-Hulk is a great show.
Yeah.
And I recommend it to people. It's a bit of fun. It's not taking itself too seriously. Then I think like the day after we recorded that episode, I watched the finale of She-Hulk, and I want to take it all back. I think I'm so angry at them because the reason I'm so angry at them is because I was happy to support this show and I thought it was fine. I thought it was good, not the most amazing show in the world, but a bit of fun and whatever. And I was like thinking in my head, take this, all you men who were saying that it's shit because a woman is in it. And then they fucked up the finale, I feel like, just so badly that I'm now one of the haters of it, but I don't want to be associated with that group of incels.
You've heard it here first. Nelson thought She-Hulk was too woke.
too womany, I think. No, oh my God. I felt like I needed to mention it because just of a few weeks ago when I said it's so good, I really feel like they just fucked us up. To me, they did the equivalent of like, it was all a dream and I woke up. Yeah. It was, to me, the exact sort of same line.
I didn't mind it.
You didn't mind it?
Yeah. It's a very, very She-Hulk thing to do. And maybe...
I know that it's in the comic books.
Yeah, maybe prior knowledge didn't surprise me as much.
Yeah, maybe it was a bit of the surprise
climbed out of the book
factor.
and talked to the editor in the comics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was like the TV equivalent.
But to me, I was like, that... You don't have to be true to the comics if it's a bad idea. Yeah. It's kind of how I felt. I was like, it's fine to like, do some parts that are like maybe a bit reserved or whatever. But when you get to that point, to me, that was like, oh no, this is like you. And because it was like they were making fun of the viewers being like, oh, you just want another Marvel ending, another usual Marvel ending. I was like, no, I don't. I was perfectly fine with you, like, settling this in a courtroom or something, you know, doing something a bit different, but you literally wrote the story to a point that made it seem like you were going to do a regular Marvel ending, and then you were like, ha, screw you, this is what you want, and now we're not going to give it to you. I was like, what? No, what is this? Oh my God.
I did legitimately, there was a joke in there, I did legitimately think was a bit of fun,
Yeah.
like them poking fun at themselves, I think.
Yeah.
Where she said, oh, well, people say that all endings of Marvel movies are the same.
Yeah.
And the little Kevin Robot's like, what? Who says that?
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of
There
funny.
were like sort of funny moments of, I don't know, that idea and I just really felt like it was just so bad. Anyway.
Too woke, he says.
Too woke. Also, quickly, just before we get into it, I feel like I should mention, listener of the show, Zimbo, sent us an email asking for photos of our toilet. I think we both avoided it for a little while.
So far, regular everyday email.
Totally normal. I think we both avoided it for a little bit. And then I was like, I guess I better be the one.
Well, yeah, this actually came in while I was away. So I didn't see it till I got back. And I saw I was very confused by this correspondence. Because I got back, turned on my email, saw a couple of emails pop up, and there was a thread between you and Zimbo.
Yeah.
Talking about toilets.
Yeah.
And I think I know where this is headed.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to hearing the conclusion.
Yes. Well, Zimbo was kind enough to purchase a bidet. I think for the show. So technically half of it is yours. Right. And because I think I'd mentioned we were talking about bidets the other week. We were like, we don't know how much power is in the squirt is something that we didn't know about, and how practical I guess they are. So he sent one to us after a bit of trouble installing it. Turns out it was far more annoying and complicated than I thought it was going to be. I got it working.
Yep.
And then I was too nervous to poo until finally, last night, I ran downstairs. I had to put it in the downstairs bathroom. I ended up taking off my robe, running downstairs, got to poop, better use the bidet.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay. I'm going to say, as an experience. Water pressure, definitely more pressure than I thought it was going to be.
But not too much.
But not too much. Yeah. I mean, I don't have injuries.
Nelson was shot up into the roof.
Yeah, that's right. And then, but I actually feel like I need to use it a few more times just to sort of understand. I actually think I needed to put it on for longer, but there was a fair bit of water around my underside.
Yeah. So then you still have to wipe to dry?
Yeah, you still have to wipe to dry and stuff. But I don't know. Stay tuned for a bidet update, I guess. If you're ever over at my house, if you're coming over to my house, don't poop for that entire day until you get to my place.
And then use the downstairs toilet.
And then use the downstairs toilet. Yeah, that's the key. Anyway, so thank you, Zimbo, for that. Yeah. It was an eye-opening. I've never been so nervous to use something so mundane, that theoretically just won't change my life at all. But I'm sitting down, I'm like, okay, here's the moment, and then here we go.
Just quick, we have the best listeners that support us in the weirdest ways.
In the weirdest ways. Yeah, it's awesome. It's so
thanks,
good.
Zimbo.
Okay, sorry, let's get into it. Oh my god, have a look at it. We
like 10 minutes.
We're fine. Okay, so this first one, it's a long one. This is good.
No.
It was in the subreddit Petty Revenge, and it was by Neither Glove 4355. So I'm going to read you this Petty Revenge,
if you wouldn't mind.
Ruin my waiting to propose, I'll ruin your proposal. Throwaway account. I, 35 male, have a younger brother, Todd, 29 male, who had a complicated birth and had to stay a month in the ICU. And because of that, my parents have always doted on him and almost denied him nothing, even if it was to the detriment of my sister, Abby, 32 female, and I. My brother drinks in on the attention and has on more than one occasion made himself the center of attention at either my sister's, or a cousin's special event. Because of this, Abby and I have a strained relationship with Todd and our parents. Unfortunately, Todd met and fell in love with Lucy, 24 female, who announced her own pregnancy at the baby shower my mum held for Abby. What a C-bomb. When I proposed to my wife, Michelle, 30 female, do you know what's so funny is in Reddit, just the idea that you need to know everybody's ages.
I know.
Sometimes it's relevant, but in this situation, not really
It's
at
like
all. They'd
be like, then my partner, age and gender, please. Sorry.
Exactly. Anyway, we're embraced by my wife, Michelle, 30 female.
Yeah.
I just wanted to elope, but she really wanted her family to be there, so I invited my family out of obligation. While out, my best man, Jim, oh my God, 35 male,
I can really picture it. Good.
noticed a receipt from a jewelry store slipped out of Todd's pocket. Jim confronted Todd about this, which led to an argument. Jim told me everything, and I told Todd that he was no longer going to be a groomsman because I knew he was going to propose at my wedding. Todd cried to our parents, and which led to a blowout. In my parents' eyes, Todd never admitted that he was going to propose to Lucy at my wedding. I was unfairly judging him. I refused and brought up Todd's past behavior. My parents couldn't refute this and got Todd to agree to not to try anything at my wedding. This wasn't enough to convince me to let him be a groomsman, but I warned him that if, as a guest, he'd try anything, I would make him regret it. Fast forward to the wedding, and surprise, surprise, Todd walked over to Lucy and proposed to her during Michelle's father-daughter dance.
Oh my God.
And did it in a way so that everyone would notice.
Mm-hmm.
Cue my revenge. Jim and I had hired a woman to pretend to be Todd's side piece, who cornered Todd and Lucy and claimed that she was pregnant with his baby. Todd denied this, but when she called his phone, I gave her his number and messed with Todd's phone to incriminate him. It didn't look good. Lucy threw the ring back at Todd and left in tears. When Todd saw the smile on my face, he knew that it was me, and I didn't respond to a single call/text for him or my parents until after the honeymoon. Lucy has thrown Todd's stuff out and has been denying access to their kid. Todd is furious and is demanding that I clear his name. I sent him a text saying that I had no idea what he was talking about, as well as a screenshot of a bill for the wedding, and gave a vague message demanding reimbursement for half of the wedding costs. Michelle knew the whole time what I was planning and gave me the green light after Todd ruined her moment with her dad. So I felt pretty good, but now even Abby thinks I went too far.
Wow.
Sorry, just to reiterate.
Yeah.
Title of this subreddit, Petty Revenge.
I was about to say, this is not pet, this is full revenge.
This is revenge. He's got a kid. Like, that's like breaking up a relationship that bad.
That's, yeah. That's, I look forward to the time that he gets back from his honeymoon.
Yeah.
And he speaks to his brother's wife.
Yeah.
Or partner, fiance.
Yeah.
Ex-partner, whatever it is. Does the odd... Anyway, that was a bit of a joke.
Yeah, just
our old
Jakey Boo.
You'll laugh about it one day.
Yeah. This will be hilarious. Well,
You didn't do anything after you broke up, did you? That would...
That's exactly what I was thinking, right? I was like, I sort of don't mind the idea, maybe even a little bit of stewing time, but like, the longer you leave it, the higher the likelihood that perhaps she goes maybe and sleeps with somebody else for like revenge because she thinks that she's been cheated on.
Yeah.
And then that's real and then really affects the relationship. So I was like, I'm sort of in support of this because he kind of deserves it.
Yeah.
But up until a point where you're like, okay, you've just ruined a family.
Yeah.
Like there's something not right.
I love
with
the
that.
idea. He said that he hired a woman to pretend to be his ex-lover.
Yeah.
The idea that if he didn't end up proposing, would have gone over to this woman that was just at the wedding the whole time being like, oh, your services are actually not required. Thank you, though.
Yeah, exactly. That to me is so nuts to be like, I'm going to hire somebody that I don't know to come to my wedding just in case I need to exact revenge.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really nuts circumstance. I mean, a pretty good gig potentially for the hired person because if they're like, okay, I have a standard rate per hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there for the entire wedding. Also, I assume I need to fit in by like eating and
talking to
dancing
people,
and drinking.
yeah.
So,
Getting a couple of photos,
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to put it out there. Boys for hire. DeCambo and I will come to your wedding and ruin it for somebody.
Well, we can ruin a wedding.
We can ruin a wedding.
I think we once pitched that as a service on this show, actually.
Yeah, there was something.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I feel like we have an episode called Wedding Ruiners for some reason.
We hate weddings. So, we'll do it.
But I love the idea that during the daddy-daughter dance, the proposal starts happening, and then this guy's wife 30 female,
Yeah.
looks over at him and just like tugs on her ear or like gives him the nod. And he looks over to someone and he like does some kind of hand signal, and then this woman just comes bursting out.
Yeah. It's good. I want to know what. Don't you also think actually, if you did this, yes, as funny plan, your wife is in on it.
Yeah.
But like, don't you think it's also then going to be hard to explain to all the other guests who I'm sure at some point or another be like, hey, all that drama that happened to your wedding, what happened with that? And then you have to explain this story to them.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sure not everybody is going to be like, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. First of all, know this, my brother's a dick. Okay, know that.
Yeah.
What I've done is
really
ruined his life.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, and I also just one last thought of this, because I do know we have to move on because we spent so long talking about She-Hulk.
Yes.
Is it equal to like kind of disrupt a wedding for a couple minutes and ruin someone's life? Are they proportional, do you think? Because like it would have taken attention away for a little bit of the wedding, and that sucks. Like it honestly does suck.
Yeah,
but ruining someone's life is pretty nuclear.
Yeah. No, I think they're on par.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to confirm that.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit is by Jacree8678. What are some harmless ways to fuck with people? I mean, the obvious one is ruin their family.
Yeah. What you do is you hire a woman.
Yeah. I thought we could also actually go through some of the comments, because I think that
this is a thread I actually sent to you.
Yeah,
saying these are pretty funny.
Yeah.
And we love a petty thing. We love a loophole, and I feel like these are full of some really great.
Yeah. Exactly. Do you have any just off the top of your head?
The very top one, I knew it was going to be a good thread from Beam Me Up MFer.
Yep.
Says, buy a set of voice activated and motion activated stickers from Amazon, and the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, I saw this one and I was like, I don't know. I've never used these, and I don't know how practical they are.
No.
Screw with people.
Do you know what? No. He's saying you buy stickers that say voice activated, and you stick it on like a hand dryer, and then people will go to the hand dryer and go on.
On. Apologies.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like these things exist, and you'd be like, oh, it'd be so funny when they walk through the door, they get
No. You're telling people this thing is voice activated or is motion activated when they're not.
This would have got me. Yeah.
Like imagine you went to a bookshelf, right, in someone's house, and it says voice activated. You're like, books?
Read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I do like the motion activated one more, so I think, because I feel like people still don't totally trust voice activated. You do it a few times and you're like, it's just not working. Motion activated, you'll have people waving their arms around like nuts.
Put it next to any tap.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah. Even better is to take like the handles off the tap before, and you're really going to a lot of effort.
Put it on, how it has like hot and cold.
Yeah.
Cover those both with motion activated.
Yeah, that's good.
So they'll be waving their hands over the handle under the spout. Like, which bit is the motion activated?
Yeah. Another one by Sabinite. I'm a huge fan of just handing somebody something without any explanation and walking away.
Yeah.
I think there was a version of this that I saw in the Dota community, which I think was dubbed something like being loafed.
Right.
And the thing was, you give them a bread loaf.
Okay.
And sort of walk away. And I do think the more obscure or like almost mundane the object is, the more you're like, what? Why do I have this?
And why me?
Yeah.
And where have they gone?
Yeah.
There's one here from What Is Life For? It says, when at work, tell someone, I'm going to the bathroom. Do you need anything?
Yeah. But see, here's the thing, how to fuck with them. You're like, I'll just have some hand soap.
Just bring like a handful of soap.
Yeah, I would. I've actually been meaning to wash my hands, so just a bit of hand soap would be great. Because if you can do that straight-faced, as the person who was trying to mess with them first, I think you would genuinely walk away and be like, oh my God, Do I get them hand soap now? This is, I don't
That one's got an Uno reverse mode.
Yeah, the Uno reverse. Yeah, I think that's good. This one by Axhind.
Oh, yeah.
I saw someone on Facebook comment on a picture that the three of you look great. There were 4 people in the picture. That's so good. Oh my God. One thing that me and my friends did, which we thought was really funny, is while we were over at a friend's place, he had his Facebook logged in. This was, by the way, when people still use Facebook.
I remember those days.
Yeah. And we found this. So this was after we finished high school, maybe like 2 or 3 years afterwards.
Yeah.
But we got on this guy's Facebook account, and we found a guy that we were kind of like, it's sort of friends with, like sort of knew from high school, but like none of us were really friends with him.
Yeah.
And we went back to some really old photos of him and liked every single one. Like, this is just great that he's going to get all these notifications in the morning and be like, why did this guy like some of my photos? Click on the notification and be like, those are so old. What was he doing? I enjoyed that one.
There's another one here from Meek Mans. Says, plug in a second mouse, leave it under their desk, but so you can reach it with your foot. Kick it occasionally.
Oh, yeah, that's good. yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Nothing gets people more frustrated than a wonky mouse.
Yeah, and just like randomly spitting off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yes. I stopped reading down the comments. Do you have any extra ones?
Yeah, I'll do one last one.
Yeah.
From Scarsig240. Ask, what is your husband's or wife or sister's or whatever's name again? After they answer, shake your head and say, no, that's not it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Actually, I just remembered a real life one, so to speak, which is actually listen to the show Vin. I used to work with Vin, and he did this once to my boss's computer, and I just thought it was the funniest, smallest prank in the world, which is that on the keyboard he swapped the M and N keys, and I think it's like, aside from anything, it's like the perfect keys to
They're
replace.
next to each other.
They're next to each other.
They're so commonly interchanged.
Kind of look the same a little bit. A lot of words have M&Ns that were like you know in the same word. It's like just the perfect letters to exchange, and it really got my boss for like so long.
Yeah, that's really funny.
It's funny. Because I feel like sometimes even if you're a touch typer, you look down occasionally as well, and like anyway.
And when it comes to configuration of keyboard, beyond the word QWERTY, I'm not confident exactly where any other key is.
Yeah. Oh, Camber, I've just come up with a podnapping.
What's wrong with this keyboard?
Can you imagine how boring that would be? We all just sit here and I just get you to like go through the rows.
I think A is normally next to caps lock. I think that's wrong.
Yeah. Anyway.
Occasional. Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, let me have all right, let's get into Today I Advise.
So now it's time for Today I Learned. What are these that?
Today I Learned.
And also sometimes advice.
This Today I Learned was by Creature Complex. Today I learned in October 2005, a woman hanged herself in a tree near a residential road and was mistaken as a Halloween decoration for over 3 hours.
Now we're just going to leave this out here, just in case anyone picks up on the theme.
Oh, I thought...
Okay.
Sorry, I thought they were waiting for a crack of lightning.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Oh, if that happened to you just then.
Oh,
spooky.
That is spooky.
This is horrible.
Honestly, I did this just because it was a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
But otherwise, just like the worst thing that could have happened to a neighborhood, I think.
Like, at what point, like, this is a very morbid thought, but at what point did a neighbor go, oh, they haven't taken it down? I need to go.
It's Christmas. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You've left the decorations up for too long.
Yeah. And like,
oh, it would have been worse if somebody put a Santa hat on it. Oh, no.
Yeah. That being said, it says they mistaken as a Halloween decoration for over 3 hours.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Wasn't that long.
Yeah.
But still, enough for many people
But
to
that
have
means
gone past.
someone's definitely during passing on. They've gone way too far.
Yeah. This is too realistic.
Yeah.
Also,
on a residential road.
this
That's
is
a bleak way to do it.
yeah. That feels like it's that's rough.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this poor woman, who knows what she was going through, but
Yeah.
must have been trying to make some kind of statement.
Yeah, that's right. You think there's like a message? Yeah, it's pretty horrible to think.
Yeah, wow.
Spooky. This one was
Did
more
you
just a
guys
bit
get
depressing.
any good Halloween candy this year?
Good candy?
Maybe some Reese's Pieces, like in the movie E.T.?
Yeah. Maybe some. No, I'm not going to say.
Also,
I think we should
like,
move
reach out if you need help.
Yeah,
as well.
it's-
This is
It's not to us though. We're not very good at these sort of
We're
things.
not qualified. We're not qualified.
No. Anyway, I think we should move on to showers.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by it was cross-posted to us by Gone Emotionally, but it was originally by Even SK. The way we treat moths versus how we treat butterflies is the prime example of pretty privileges.
Yeah. Just quickly before we get into this, a lot of people post to us.
Yep.
But Gone Emotionally is my favorite Reddit name of the people.
Ah, yeah, it's a good one.
It's so bleak.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Emotionally, it's just gone.
Yeah.
This reminds me of I want to get her name right. I think it's Tara Banks, hosts America's Next Top Model.
Yes. I mean, I think.
Yeah, I think it was her.
but definitely.
She, former supermodel, she wanted to do an experiment around a very similar thing.
Right.
Where she decided to dress up as a homeless person and see if people would still, like, treat her the same way.
Right. So, homeless person, but not to obscure her prettiness, though?
Well, no, it was meant to be like she's saying, like, I think I have certain privilege because I'm a former supermodel, obviously a very beautiful woman, very rich. So what if I wasn't? Would people still treat me with respect? So I'm going to dress up as a homeless person.
Okay, yep.
And see if people treat me with respect because I won't have the looks, I won't have the status or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's the most... She did it for her TV show, the
Yeah.
Tara Banks show, I think it was.
Yes.
The worst job at concealing her.
Yeah.
It just looks like Tara Banks with like a do-rag on.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you're Tara Banks.
Yeah.
We know who you are.
Yeah.
And you're beautiful.
Yeah.
It was the most shallow attempt to prove this point.
Right.
But it's very funny.
Yeah. That's so funny.
She has fingerless gloves on, which just seemed like such a cliche that she's seen in a cartoon somewhere.
Yeah.
Like she just needed one of those
Her
top
nails
hats
are still
with...
done, obviously.
Yeah. She just needed one of those top hats with like the roof of the top hat like bent over like you see in cartoons.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think there's people in the world that actually do need this point proved to them? Because I see it as like I think the moth and butterfly example is funny and a true representation.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like doesn't everybody know this?
Yeah.
But do you think this?
I'm sure that like I know that we have in previous weeks claimed to be the prettiest boys in podcasting.
Only because we are.
Yeah.
We wouldn't claim anything.
But I'll say
wasn't
this
true.
is two boys that I don't think are particularly pretty.
Yeah. Yes.
I would say that they're
Well,
probably...
you said pretty boys in podcasting.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the important part of it. Yeah.
And that, by the way, is still true.
Yeah.
I know that Rob Lowe has a podcast. I don't care. We are the prettiest boys in podcasting.
Oh, that is painful here.
Yeah, he's there with us. That's us three.
We're a part of a collective
Yeah,
group. Yeah.
Anyway, saying this is, I would say, like two average-looking guys.
Yeah.
I would dare say there are some very pretty people that are like, because it sounds like people undervalue you as well. To be like, oh, so you're saying everything I got is just because I look good.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, well, no.
Not
but you
that.
understand that people just inherently like you more straight away.
Yeah, like an instant
Yeah.
sort of, because it's that saying, right, of like first impressions last.
Yeah.
Which I totally agree with. I think where in situations where I've made a bad first impression and I can't ever get back from that fight, no matter how many times I meet that person, and so being pretty, just pleasing to look at, is like that instant slight, buffer of you give a better impression immediately, and it might not be fair.
Here's an
that's how it
example
works.
of someone leaving a good impression of me just by being pretty. Years and years ago, me and a friend of mine, we had both read the book The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
And we heard that they were making a movie of it. And in the book The Wolf of Wall Street, there's a lot of description about his wife Nadine being just so beautiful that everyone was obsessed with her.
Yeah.
We found out they were making the movie, and I was like, who are they going to get to cast as Nadine?
Yeah.
Like, we need to look up who this woman is, because it's an impossible task.
Yeah.
And we looked up, went on IMDb. First time I'd ever seen Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's right. She could be the worst actor in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's
She
funny how much
impressed me
it
just by being pretty enough.
yeah. And that's how life works.
Yeah, not to undervalue her. She's a fantastic actress.
She is actually very good.
Oscar nominated. She's got the job.
because she's so pretty, Kim.
Get handed on the Oscar going, well done, doll. You did very well and you look great.
Do you reckon they should do the ugly Oscars where you have to be objectively ugly? Or
Yeah,
let's
but
say
then-
as for a celebrity, in the celebrity character.
But then, would
category.
anyone ever beat Steve Buscemi every year?
Oh, I was going to say maybe like Jack Black or something is also
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
in there
yeah,
a little
maybe,
bit. Yeah. This is getting mean.
Yeah.
Who are the ugliest celebrities that we know? Not us. We're the prettiest boys in podcasting. That's all I want to say. I'm not really sure how long the next segment is going to go for. So, yeah, let's get into podnapping.
Oh my God, I'm being podnapped.
Podnapping.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a topic of conversation or a segment from another thing, and we do it ourselves. This will surprise you, Gambo. This Podnapping has been outsourced.
Oh, what?
Yes.
I am sick to death of outsourcing podnapping.
Do you vow to never outsource a Podnapping again?
Look, I don't want to make any firm commitments knowing next week's podnapping.
Yes, but definitely not.
I just think it's safest if I don't answer in any way.
Okay.
You can't hold me to anything.
Okay. Yeah, your eyes are telling me you definitely won't, though. That's what I'm getting. Just so the listeners know your just sort of body language.
If that's what you're getting, I can't control that.
Okay. But this was sent in to us by Hazza. She said, all right. Oh, and the subject is Nelson, as promised. And actually, I think I'm about to read the email in which she says she
some of the
promises
emails
this is maybe slightly
might
out of
be a
order.
bit out of order.
But, stay tuned, is all I want to say. All right, so I asked for people to write to me on Discord and help out. By the way, we've got a Discord. If you want to join it, it's in the show notes. But it is Reddit on Reddit. So 4 people wrote in. Yeah. That's that's a high percentage of listeners, let me tell you. Luckily, one of them was Dory. And she helped with some of the research because this is a quiz of who your correspondents are.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're going to be so bad at this. I'll be honest, it's pretty hard. I found a lot when I went back through the Discord and subreddit, and Dory went through old episodes. I kept it short because some are a bit obscure, and some people, Jeremy and Vamp, add something about every other month. The answers are in the white text in the line below, so you should be able to highlight it with your cursor and play along. Good luck. Oh, okay. I've just realized I'm on my phone.
Do you need me to open it?
Oh shit! I think I can see because on my phone it doesn't open up the same way.
Oh, so you can see them?
Yeah, but
Maybe it's a quiz for me then, if you can see the answer.
It's good. I kind of only looked at what. Maybe try opening it on your computer.
Yeah,
real quick.
it is. It's in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so the 4th one down, unread.
Oh, yeah,
for some
gotcha.
reason. Yeah, try open that, but then quickly look away.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, you can read it out because I've accidentally got the answers. Yeah.
Okay. I'm really nervous about this.
Yeah, I know. Wait. Let's before we start. Okay, we love and respect all our correspondents.
Love them.
We're
busy guys. We're wheeling and dealing. We can't be on top of everything.
Let's say this as well. It's a serious position.
Oh yeah, don't. Oh,
that we take seriously.
Yeah.
Obviously, anybody can claim your correspondence at any one time.
and I'll say on that, don't do them as a joke.
Oh, come on, guys.
Come on.
Come on. This is a serious job title.
This has been titled "The World's Okayest Podnapping." Number 1, Dozza is a correspondent of which 2 places?
2 places.
Now
I've got one.
I'm going to say Florida.
Florida. Floridian correspondent.
Yep. Have we made her a correspondent of like Canberra or something?
I'm going to guess alligators. I don't know.
But no, it's places.
Are they always places for these correspondents, Canberra?
The question is, Dozza is a correspondent of which 2 places?
Oh, places, yes.
So Florida, and I think we've made her a correspondent of like a random Australian state.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That we didn't want to check out, like Queensland or something.
Yes.
Queensland is Australia's Florida.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we find out?
Yeah, let's do that, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It doesn't show up
oh what?
when I highlight
Oh,
it.
why is it not? That's so weird. Oh, okay, well, this is a problem. Okay. All right, well, I guess I'm giving them to you, Canberra. Florida. Oh, and Rottnest Island.
It is an obscure Australian place.
Obscure Australian place. Rottnest Island. That is so funny. With the clockers.
Dozza, give us an update on Rottnest.
Yeah, okay. Okay, which 2 places were traded? Oh my God, there's so much. Which 2 places were traded after an unprecedented plea for pity from Rasmus?
Is one of them... I feel like there was like a Swedish and Switzerland correspondent, and we made Rasmus the correspondent of the one he's not from.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And then his plea was to get rid of that.
Yeah, and... It's 2 places. So Sweden and Switzerland.
No,
Okay.
it was Switzerland and the Bermuda Triangle.
Of course.
Yeah, that's-
Who is currently the correspondent of the Bermuda Triangle?
No, I think Rasmus is now the
Gave up
correspondent
Switzerland. Cool.
to be.
Because this is also going to be Biff and Audit. Rasmus, give us an update on Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. More than anything, we appreciate the fact that we can go through our correspondence and get them to give us an update.
Yeah.
Who is the London correspondent?
London. We do have a few English
I
listeners.
know, yeah. We've definitely
Which one did we arbitrarily sign?
Yes.
London correspondent.
Well, I think they might have claimed this one.
Okay, right.
Because, so you can claim them.
Yeah.
As well as us
yeah.
doling them out.
Yep. London correspondent. We haven't had a London correspondence in a while. As in, like, no one has given us an update on London.
On London, that's true, yeah.
We've had correspondence from London.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
There.
As far as we know, as far as we know, everything's going fine with their prime ministers.
Yeah. This is what I've heard. You guys have given up on prime ministers, and you're throwing everything to back to the king.
Yeah.
now.
We assume Liz Truss is going well, and the Queen is all good.
Yeah.
So give us an update. That's not right.
Yeah.
London. Is Jeremy from England?
No. This is for Shanimal.
Shanimal. Yes.
Shanimal, yes. Which maybe came from. Oh yeah. And you know what? We'll get to it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Number 4. Who holds the title of Vamp Correspondent?
Okay, so
I do not remember.
I can only assume. I believe Vamp was a Canberra correspondent for a while.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I think someone must have written in saying, "Well, they are the Vamp correspondent who will correspond on Vamp corresponding on me."
Yeah.
But who was that? God. I don't know, Nelson. I don't know who would have done that.
Do you give up, Cambo?
Yeah, I give up.
GM Ebony.
What's
Vamp up to?
That's true.
We need to know.
That's true.
Okay. Well, this one's going to be tough for you. Use a formal proposal for is the correspondent of which place?
Oh, God.
Gambo, I'm going to give you a hint.
Yeah.
You just name a random country. Your chances are as good as any.
Bulgaria.
Finland.
Of course.
Who's the correspondent of Amazon, both the rainforest and the company?
I'm going to go this based on recent correspondence we've had.
Oh, okay.
His husband has recently sent us an Amazon package
Oh, yes.
featuring a bidet.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Hazel, but because he's a New York correspondent.
Yeah.
Famously, he's the first correspondent.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know who's the correspondent of Amazon, the website, and the rainforest.
It was Liz.
Is it really?
Yeah. I'm actually wondering if I would have got this one, maybe, because I do vaguely remember that. Anyway, I
Liz-
probably wouldn't have. I'm
Liz-
looking at the answers. It's so much easier.
Liz, you know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
On both, please.
Yes.
God, we're going to get flooded with emails of stuff that we're like, what?
Okay. Jeremy is the correspondent of which things? Hint, there are over 5 and only one is a location.
Have I got confused? Was Jeremy the Cambo correspondent? I think I said that it was Vamp, but maybe I had them confused. Currency conversion? Is that Jeremy? Or is that...
No clues.
Oh, so I thought if I named them and I was correct, you'd say yes.
No, you have to give me 5 off the top of your head. Then I'll confirm at the end.
Okay. Currency conversion.
No, I'll let you know. No to
Okay,
currency conversion.
Hot breaking political news from Canberra.
No. One of them you should get at the very least, I think. I feel like he often signs off as this.
Oh,
I think.
yeah. Is it the straight correspondent?
Yes, that's
Yes.
one of them. Yes.
Yeah, he does have a lot.
Yeah.
What are they? Is he also a gay correspondent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he a bisexual correspondent?
No.
Fair enough. Didn't want to overstep the bounds.
Yeah. He's like, I should leave that for somebody else. I want to say, can I just say, I
Yeah.
think it may be technically, in the answers it's gay correspondent, but I think maybe technically it's pesky gay correspondent. I think
it
is,
is.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. A place. Now, is Jeremy Australian? Do you have a listener that used to write in from Queensland? Are they a Queensland correspondent?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. I didn't think that sounded right.
Yeah.
But I'm clasping at straws.
Yeah. It's tricky.
I don't know. I've got gay and straight.
Okay. That's pretty good.
By the way, Jeremy,
Two of five.
I don't think that defines you, by the way. There are other aspects to your correspondence, not just all about your sexuality.
That's all I think about when I think about Jeremy. Just that he has a
I think about the peskiness.
the peskiness
Yeah,
is
yeah.
really what comes out to it. They are gay.
Yep.
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. Yes.
I do
Your gay
remember now.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's often in the sign up.
Straight.
Yeah.
Filipino.
Oh.
Tall. And gamer.
Okay, of course. I had forgotten gamer. The rest of them all rang a bell.
Yeah.
But gamer. Oh, okay.
Number 8. Lynxfire is the correspondent of which place? It's funny because as I'm reading them and I read the answer, I'm like, oh, yeah. A lot of them I'm like, oh, I remember.
Scotland.
Much closer to home, Gambo. Melbourne.
Melbourne. What's
Yes.
going on in Melbourne? How are those floods?
We wanted to know about, I think, the Montague Street Bridge.
Yep.
Is that...
You got hit the other day.
Did it
You know
really
what?
again? Oh,
Didn't see anything from Lynxfire.
Oh, Lynxfire, I'll tell you what.
If your place hasn't been flooded, and that is why, by the way, there's floods still going on in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And that's why you haven't responded. If
Yeah.
there's any other reason you haven't responded, I don't know, Lynxfire. I don't know. I've got gay and straight.
Straight.
Filipino. Tall. And gamer. Straight. Filipino. Tall. And gamer. Gamer. Straight. Filipino. Tall. And 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 gamer. Straight
I feel like you should get this one. No pressure. Who is the Selby correspondent?
I do know this one.
Yes.
This is Link's fight. No.
Yeah.
This is Amanda.
Amanda, yeah. Because Selby is so very specific, I think.
So very specific, and I grew up in the town next to Selby.
Yeah,
so it always rings a bell for me. My uncle and auntie live in Selby. Spend every Christmas there.
Yeah. Number 2, Vamp is the correspondent / specialist of which things?
So I think I had currency conversion under Jeremy mistakenly, but is that Vamp?
Correct.
Canberra correspondent?
It was, also, currency conversion, in brackets, it was voted that he would not lose this position.
Was it now? Okay.
Don't remember that.
Vamp was the Canberra correspondent, right?
Yes, Cambo, yep. Well, yes, maybe. Could you expand on that by any chance?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I could, but I shan't.
Yeah, okay.
What third? I mean, they said I've only listed 3, so presumably there's even more than
There's
3.
a lot more, yes.
I've only listed 3. I don't know. I feel like every time Vamp wrote in, there was a new correspondence in the bottom of their thing.
Yeah.
But because of that, they've become somewhat of a misty haze in my memory.
Of everything.
Of
They are currency conversion.
Yep.
Furry.
And
United States of Cambo.
United States of Cambo.
The technical term. Who is the Ohio correspondent?
I believe that's Hallie.
I've got Hazza here. Sorry. Incorrect. Sorry. Who was appointed the time zone correspondent by Nelson?
Before reading this name, do you remember appointing this person the time zone correspondent?
Not at all.
How we whittle it down, is this person a fuckhead podcast listener?
Oh, yes, they are.
Okay. That does help.
That's simple.
Is it Dozer?
No. Hasm.
Yeah, I really tossed up between those two. Okay,
Hasm. And Nelson said he was not allowed to reject the position. Well,
there you go.
What I say goes, I guess.
We're tough but fair.
Yes. Thank you for giving that podnapping, Hallie. That was really good, and I definitely would have got all of them.
Yeah.
Cambo just, I think, hates our correspondence. Notice how I've changed my tune after I was the one reading the answers.
I just want to point out, we've said very publicly that we don't want to be challenged on anything we say.
Yeah.
And we don't want any consequence for not following up on our actions. And I felt like that was nothing but.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's true. We'll give it a pass this one time because it was a podnapping for me. So, I'll take all the podnappings, no matter how many rules they break. I think that should be a rule. Rule number 76. We will break all other rules if it involves a podnapping. That's the rule.
And 77, don't do joke correspondence.
Don't do joke correspondence. Unless it's part of a podnapping. Okay, because Rule 76 does overrule everything.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can write in and ask us anything you want.
Look, this is quite a long episode, Nelson. I'm thinking I'll just read the responding email to the podnapping we just did from Hazza.
Okay.
And then the other ones we can do next week?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay. Nelson! It's an email to you, but I will read it.
Yeah, okay.
Number 1, I'm working on the podnapping. It's almost done. Number 2, 2 years ago, I asked if you would DJ my wedding, and I believe you said you would. Well, the time has come. I would like to book your services. The pay is abysmal and is a bit of a drive, but I couldn't imagine a better DJ. I'd like to request Uptown Funk be played twice an hour at the reception. Apparently, Chris had actually considered writing in and having you read the proposal, but he was afraid that I would have listened to the episode before his plan. Honestly, fair point. Would have been a great idea, though. There's also the problem that Nelson once called Chris a piece of trash.
I don't remember that. But was he...
Do you hold that stance?
Was he the piece of trash correspondent by any chance? Maybe I was anointing him a title. That's something.
Speaking of which, Chris has requested Fuck You Nelson by Campbell and the Fuckheads to be played as well. Love you guys. Hazza.
Yes. By the way, that's not the email that I thought you were going to read from Hazza. You've definitely skipped down a lot.
Oh, sorry, I have.
But for one, Hey, congratulations!
Yay!
Hallie. Yeah, it's super exciting. That's so awesome. I think there's sort of two things. Smart of Chris not to get us to read the proposal.
Yeah. Because we would have turned it into a podnapping.
We for one, it would. No, now I'm angry at him again. No, I think he might be a piece of something. But I think it also would have been like he thinks that we might have got to it before his plan. We are actually quite behind in emails.
He would have been like, "Come on, boys,"
and he wouldn't skip the queue just because it's a proposal. Okay,
he's not a fuckhead podcast.
You'd find out in February of next year.
Sorry, I didn't see this other email.
Yes, but also I just wanted to say I did definitely believe, I can't remember why, but I'm positive that Chris was a piece of trash. But I think now that he's proposed, he's the loveliest man on earth.
Think of us as your father figures.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure about this Chris fella when he came in.
He came in.
You know, he's a decent
and I
bloke.
said, what are you doing with this piece of trash?
What are your intentions with our daughter, we said.
Yeah. And now I've come to realize he's a loving
He's
boy.
a fine young man.
He's going to put you ahead of everybody else. And so not a piece of trash is what I think of Chris now.
Piece of hunk, if anything.
Oh, a piece of hunk, mate. Yeah. Okay, well, now I feel like I need to read this one. Okay. So, this other one is also by Hazza. So, I know I'm 2 days late, but happy birthday! This was me. And because I missed your birthday, I have made the executive decision that the podnapping I talked about on Discord will go to you. Earlier. Thank you for the effort, Cambo, but not that many people reached out, so it turned out into Dory and Hallie Research Project anyways. So sorry I missed it. I knew it was soon, and I swear on my life that I almost sent an email Thursday morning as a guess. I hope my future podnapping will atone for my sins. Love you guys, Hazza. Absolutely. Totally did. Best present I got.
Yeah.
Don't tell my girlfriend. Right? My girlfriend got me a watch.
Wonderful watch.
Nice watch. It looks great. Expensive. Smartwatch.
Trash.
The podnapping was better.
The watch is trash.
It's a piece of trash. If she doesn't listen to this episode. But that's it for another episode. If you'd like to write news, you can do so. Readitpodcast, readitpodcast at gmail.com.
Yep.
You can also reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all readit podcast. I know I said we're a bit behind on the emails, but we're actually not as far.
Starting to catch up.
We're starting to catch up, so feel free to write in. We'll get to it. We'd also appreciate it if you could subscribe and rate the show.
We're sorry for calling Chris a piece of trash.
Wait. Thunderbolt lightning. Thanks for listening, and we will read you later.